and Morrison Avenue. It's on the south side. According to SAPD, the Falcon's daughter lived at that home. While we don't know a motive, we do know she was unharmed. His mother died at the scene. His stepdad grazed in the head and taken to the hospital.
The fight to protect women's access to health care in terms of abortion continuing today in D.C. Lawmakers have introduced a bill that would ensure that women who cross state lines for an abortion will not face legal consequences. ABC's Rena Roy with the case that they're using as an example and where that bill now stands.
Democratic senators fired up on the Senate floor Thursday.
All of this comes down to one question. Who should get to make the personal decisions for a woman or for a 10-year-old girl?
As they called up the Freedom to Travel for Health Act, which would protect women who cross state lines for an abortion and their providers.
These lawmakers are hell-bent on denying women fundamental freedoms. How far are we willing to let them go?
Republicans are expected to block it. And now the Republican Attorney General of Texas suing the Biden administration on its guidance to hospitals that doctors should perform an abortion if it means protecting the woman's health. This comes just a day after this 27-year-old man was charged in an Ohio courtroom, accused of raping and impregnating a 10-year-old girl. She was forced to travel from Ohio to Indiana for an abortion, with Ohio's 6-week ban on abortions and offering no exceptions for rape.
She couldn't even get the care she needed at age 10.
The doctor who performed the abortion now being investigated for potentially failing to report the rape and the abortion. The Attorney General of Indiana on Fox News.
And we're going to fight this to the end, including looking at her licensure. If she failed to report, and in Indiana, it's a crime to intentionally not report.
Other states also seeing an increase in women traveling for abortion care. The Planned Parenthood of Illinois says it's seen a 10-fold rise in patients coming from Wisconsin, where clinics are still open but not providing abortion services. Planned Parenthood clinics in Illinois and Wisconsin are now partnering up, helping patients in Wisconsin get to Illinois for abortion care. Some trained medical staff from Wisconsin even traveling to Illinois to offer support. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Check out traffic on this Thursday. Let's go to I-35 in Weidner, where you can see things are moving along very slowly. Looks as if there's a traffic stop off to the side of the road there, but no major traffic tie-ups to tell you about. But certainly here, it's moving very slow. Looks like these are the northbound lanes of I-35 at Weidner.
Still to come on the news at 5, what's for dinner? If there's ground meat on the menu, listen up. Consumer Reports tested many types of ground meats, and they all had traces of some harmful bacteria. After the break, we're going to tell you why and remind you what needs to be done before you start serving up your favorite ground meat dish.
But before we go to break, we want to take a moment to mention Ivana Trump has died. She is the first wife of former President Donald Trump and mother to his oldest children. Ivana was 73 years old. We'll be right back.
I'm Patty Santos live in the KSAT 12 newsroom. Here's what we're working on for the news at 6. Renters who lost their homes in a fire last month planning to file a lawsuit against the San Antonio Housing Authority. They claim a lack of care caused that fire that destroyed their quality of life. Camelia Juarez talks with one of those tenants about what they're seeking and why. Rivers and lakes are popular destinations during the summer, but what does the water quality look like with this lack of rain and drought? RJ Marquez spoke with the Nueces River Authority about how they test the water and what to know before you plan a trip to one of these local swimming spots. And for months, Bexar County's court backlog took a back seat because of the pandemic, but soon the courts could be back to pre-pandemic levels. Erica Hernandez explains what is being done to get courts back on track. All that and more in less than an hour on the 6 o'clock news.
Thank you, Patty. How safe is the meat that you serve your family? Food poisoning from raw meat has made a lot of people sick over recent years, and ground meat is especially susceptible to that contamination. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz with some alarming test results and what you should always do when you cook ground meat.
Hamburgers to meatballs, ground meat is often on the menu. Consumer Reports tested 351 samples of ground beef, pork, chicken, and turkey bought nationwide and found salmonella in samples of each meat. In a beef sample, they also found a dangerous strain of E. coli. When they notified the government, it triggered a recall in 7 states, not including Texas.
The strain of E. coli should not have been found in the meat, period. There is a zero tolerance policy, and for good reason. It can kill, and it is hard to treat.
Consumer Reports says their findings highlight serious flaws in meat production and government oversight. So why is ground meat potentially more dangerous?
When you buy a steak, that steak comes from one cow. However, when you buy ground beef, that is made up from the meat of many cows. And if one of those meat sources is contaminated, it can contaminate the whole lot, which could be composed of many pounds of ground beef.
And ground chicken, nearly 1/3 of the samples contained salmonella. CR shared its results with producers. Purdue said only 5.5% of samples it recently spot checked were positive for salmonella, far lower than CR's 36%. Walmart said it began a salmonella interventions program in 2014. And Whole Foods said it has a quality assurance team that assesses salmonella reports from the USDA. So what can you do? Well, be sure to cook ground meats thoroughly. That means no guessing. Use a meat thermometer to be sure. 165 degrees for ground poultry and 160 for ground pork and beef. Use a dedicated cutting board for raw meat and wash your hands often. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, there are a lot of us that are cheering on the rain, just hoping it comes our way. In the meantime, this isn't a bad alternative. This is the Elmendorf Lake Park, right near Our Lady of the Lake University.
Anything to cool off.
Anything to cool off.
Well, and the nice thing about the rain is it cools off the water as well. So, this time of year, especially in this weather pattern where the pools actually aren't as refreshing in terms of the water temperature, but it's nice to get those showers to drop that water temperature a little bit, at least for a short time. So a few showers to talk about out there right now. Under 100 degrees for the first time this month, briefly and barely. Tomorrow afternoon is what we're expecting. And then Saharan dust getting a little bit thicker this weekend, particularly on Sunday. You'll notice that the most. All right, let's get right to the radar screen. A bit of activity out there. We talked about some of this, especially closer to Luling earlier. And that activity now is still pushing to the southwest as we speak at about 25 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour. And we have one new severe thunderstorm warning up in the hill country. That's where we have a severe thunderstorm warning. That includes Kerrville. Comfort are included within that severe thunderstorm warning, and that is until 6:15 p.m. And that does have a history of wind gusts up to about 60 miles per hour, and that was reported actually in Fredericksburg just a little bit ago. So that's one thing that we're watching in particular is that severe thunderstorm moving it through the hill country. I mean, it's nice to see the rain for, parts of some of the orchards, the ranches, and the wineries up in Gillespie County. But there was a reported wind gust up to 60 miles per hour. All right, let's track this. And this is really jagged edge here, but this is moving to the southwest at a little closer to 30 miles per hour. So there we go. Let's just say Kerrville at 5:33, Comfort at 5:37 in terms of the arrival time, Ingram 5:42, and then Camp Verde at about 6:03, should that all, of course, stay intact as it heads to the southwest. Just northwest of Canyon Lake, where we have this gust front, that green line, that it's a boundary that's like acting like a mini cold front, helping to develop this action. This is just west of Fisher, and notice as that little boundary moves in, boom, kicks up just that little shower right there, southern Blanco County. And we're seeing more of this closer to Seguin. Now in Seguin, you're starting to get some of those downpours move into town. So it's just a good, quick downpour, dropping a little bit of rain. Not a whole lot in terms of accumulations with this fresh activity that just developed. But you look out there elsewhere, and where you see green on the screen, that typically indicates over a ½ inch of rain. So particularly parts of Lavaca County, even down toward Cuero and Victoria. That's where we've had some of the heaviest accumulations, over an inch, especially in those yellow colors you see there. And here's our futurecast really quickly. I think it's a little aggressive, but it shows a few showers popping up, possibly around town with that little gust front moving in over the next hour and a half to 2 hours. And then later on tonight, that activity tapering off once we lose our daytime heating and becoming very isolated and stray in nature as the hours go by. So I think by 10 o'clock, it's all pretty much wrapped up out there, and it's really luck of the draw right now. Tomorrow, 10% chance, and then Tuesday, 20% chance. Quick look at temperatures. Well, you can see the readings right around 100 degrees out there right now. We're feeling that kind of heat. And as we get into tomorrow, we'll have a high temperature likely of 98, but feeling like 102. So that would be our first day under 100 so far this month. And then the Saharan dust thickest on Sunday, back to 101 at that time.
At least it's the 90s. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly. That 98 looks pretty good on there. But that's how far we are. Okay, so the Spurs back in action in the Summer League.
Yeah, and they blow another lead in this particular game. They've been dominating the first three quarters. It's just they let it go in the fourth. When we come back, we're still looking for that first win in Las Vegas. When we come back, we'll show you how they did against Atlanta today. And Texas now on stage at the Big 12 Media Days coming up. All right, San Antonio Spurs, there's just one more game left as they're going up against the Atlanta Hawks, looking for the first win in the NBA Summer League. Great start for the 20th overall pick, Malachi Branham, driving inside for the pull-up jumper in traffic, 6'5" Spurs. Later in the quarter, defense turning to offense. Josh Carlton with a block on one end. Branham converts a 23-footer on the other end. San Antonio leads 21-20 after one. In the second quarter, fellow first-round pick Blake Wesley takes control. First, he hits the tough turnaround jumper, 25-22 Spurs. Then he blows by a defender at the top of the key, drives for the lay-in. Wesley has 14 first-half points. San Antonio leads 49-36 at the break. Third quarter now. Wesley stays hot after inbounding the ball. He gets it back, drains a three ball for a 53-40 lead. Few plays later, off the miss, Dominic Barlow is there for the rebound, spins in the paint for the slam dunk. Spurs up by 13. Then Kai Bowman heats up, capping a personal 5-0 run with a triple that gets a friendly bounce on the rim. San Antonio enters the fourth quarter leading 70-61. Wesley keeps attacking, finished with a dunk to put San Antonio up 75-67. But Atlanta rallies behind Tyson Etienne, who scores 8 straight points, gives the Hawks their first lead since the first quarter, 85-81. San Antonio answers back, pushing the pace. Wesley finds Branham for the easy layup. The Spurs regain the lead, 86-85. 26 seconds to play, but Atlanta makes one more play after the timeout. Etienne drives, scores on the acrobatic layup. San Antonio can't answer. They fall 87-86 and still winless in the Summer League play. Big 12 Media Days continue today at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, with Texas Longhorns up next after finishing 5-7 the first season for head coach Steve Sarkisian. The Longhorns are picked to finish fourth this season behind Baylor, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State. As the Longhorns prepare to lead the Big 12 for the SEC by at least 2025, the focus now is on competing for the Big 12 championship this season.
We're a young football team, but what I love about it, like I said, is the veterans that we do have. There's a tremendous amount of buy-in. So we're excited for the fall. We're excited to get this thing started. I love the work that our guys have put in. I love the chemistry, the bond that our team has forged together, and looking forward to watching our guys compete come September.
All right, the Texas Longhorns kick off their season September the 3rd at home against Louisiana Monroe. The very next game after that, against Alabama at home, followed by UTSA. Well, there's kind of a monster game in between.
Yeah, there's a game sandwiched in there that kind of gets your attention.
That's going to be a tough start.
Yeah. Thanks, Craig.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back.
All right, the activity on the radar screen. Severe thunderstorm moving into Kerr County, and already a report from Mountain Home, 6 miles northeast of there, of some wind damage, a few shingles off the roof and tree limbs broken. Otherwise, we're looking around San Antonio for the potential of a few little pop-ups developing as that gust front moves into town over the next hour to 2 hours. A little bit warmer this weekend.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for watching the news at 5.